Come down then. He's watching, you might have to wait on the piston thing. What are you doing? Health and safety. Hey, you know if you have more space, you can spin it round.
There's one here from Mad Hatter, and it says, how many girlfriends has Foldsy got?
Currently, 2.
Officially or unofficially?
I got a main thing and then a side thing.
You got a side thing? Did your main thing know about your side thing?
She does now on this video.
I'm telling you now, the amount of trouble you've just got yourself in getting the big licks on this camera.
No, it's funny though.
Apologise to her now.
Never.
To your good lady.
No.
Apologise.
Can't apologise.
I'll apologise for it. I apologise. He's bang out of order. What's her name again? Hannah? Oh, that's a side thing.
Shit, man. Don't drop a name in it. Jesus.
Last time I had on a full day, round at your mother's gaff. Hey, what are you going to say? No, you got notes to say, because you know I'm your dad. What's that? Yeah. What can I say? Your mother works wonders. She's quick. Someone's asked us a question here, Folder, Ryan.
Come on, get in,
says,
boys.
who would win a fight between the four of you? Well, the simple answer to that is, there's a man who works for us who has no name and no face. And he...
The Stig.
The Stig, we like to call him. And
no, we call him the Stink.
The Sting, right? But rumour is it that he's actually invincible.
Black belt, isn't it?
He's a black belt in Taekwondo.
In origami.
In origami. Honest to God, he's invincible. He'll fight any man. He's not bothered. He's the angriest, littlest man we've ever known. So none of it. The answer to that question is the man who can't be named is probably pound for pound. Bear in mind he's 8 stone wet through, and that's on a wet day.
Do you want to come and get in?
Do you want to come and get it? Oh, his middle finger in. He's being mean.
Put your motorbike helmet on, Stink.
Put your Stig out. Stink. Put your Stink helmet on. Anyway, yeah, so that's the answer to that one. Is definitely the Stink. First up, if you've made it this far on the video, please hit the like and subscribe button. We're so close to 10,000 new subscribers, and I've got a feeling if we get to 10,000 we're going to have to do something stupid for you guys to entertain you, to say thank you. So we'll have a little think about that this next week or so, and come up with a plan. I've got this little idea in my head to do some sort of all-you-can-eat chicken wing challenge thing, maybe at Hooters. There's a place called Hooters in Nottingham. I appreciate they're not national. I think there's only 2 in the UK. We're quite blessed to have one in Nottingham, and they do a good chicken wing. So I might have to have a chat with Stevie and Dave. We'll get a few of the lads down there and we'll go and have a pint and who can yam the most chicken wing. It's just an idea, but we'll see how it goes. Good morning everybody, it's Nick at B&P Paving. We're back on site. It's 7:30 Monday morning. We've got a full week. It's a little bit choppy today, but the sun is out, so we're gonna have a good week this week. First up, if you've made it this far on the video, please hit the like and subscribe button. We're so close to 10,000 new subscribers, and I've got a feeling if we get to 10,000 we're gonna have to do something stupid for you guys to entertain you, to say thank you. So we'll have a little think about that this next week or so, and come up with a plan. I've got this little idea in my head to do some sort of all-you-can-eat chicken wing challenge thing, maybe at Hooters. There's a place called Hooters in Nottingham. I appreciate they're not national. I think there's only 2 in the UK. We're quite blessed to have one in Nottingham, and they do a good chicken wing. So I might have to have a chat with Stevie and Dave. We'll get a few of the lads down there and we'll go and have a pint and who can yam the most chicken wing. It's just an idea, but we'll see how it goes. Now on this video, I need to get at least 2,000 likes. So I want you all to hit that like button. I'm not a blagger, we're not full of shit on here. It helps. The more likes we get, the more YouTube thinks, oh hang on a minute, people are watching this. It shares it to other people, get more subscribers, it helps build the channel, and ultimately gets us, you know, gives us a reason to keep on doing it. You know, it's got to be it's got to be worth the time involved. So yeah, please hit that like and subscribe. It's so important to us. And do you know what, we're getting leads for jobs. People from Nottingham are calling us to come out and look at jobs and things, so it's helping the business out no end. Small family business, we're in, you know, it's tough for us at the minute, so every little bit helps. And all you guys have got to do to keep, you know, I'll throw it out there, to keep our families fed, is hit that like button. Obviously I did a Q&A last week, so we've got a few questions we're going to answer today or throughout the week, and we'll drop them in here and there if we get time. Yeah, at the minute I'm just here and waiting for Johnny Stevens to come and drop off the some wash sand so we can continue laying. Hopefully today we're going to have a good day. I hope everything is going to have come together and we can get where we needed to get last week. So it was a bit frustrating last week. You know, a couple of people in the comments got all snotty about, oh, all you're doing is moaning. It's like, listen, I'm not a dancing clown. This is real life. This is what goes on. I'm not one of those channels like the rest of them on here that's all like, hey guys, hey. This is real life. This is what we do. This is what this is about, is showing people the truth, that it's tough out there, things get hard, it's how you overcome that, and ultimately we're all trying to pay the gas bill, and that's what it's about. So, you know, I admit, I even said at the end of the video last week, look, I know I was moaning a bit, but what can you do? It was a fucking grueling week. It was really tough, but we've got there, and things are going to be on the pickup. We always get done. We'll always get it done, but it can be stressful. So yeah, I'll hop out in the van in a sec, and we'll have a little gander around. I'll show you where we got to, refresh his memories as to where we got, and explain what the plan is today, should it go to plan. Okay, so I've hopped out of the van. Got quite a bit of paving done Friday. We've cut the boards in on this neighbour's, this one side, so that's all in and done. Got all the sand coming for here in a minute. I'm going to screed all this area here and lay it down to here where Chris is today. This customer, two customers here, obviously it's a corner plot, and the customers decided they want two opposing bonds. So one wants a herringbone here, and this customer wants it to run parallel to the house this way. So it means we're going to have like a strange sort of diagonal line up this part of the driveway and run it into two bonds, which is a bit of a faff, but it'll look cool. Yeah, so from this corner here to the edging, so let me get it here, this area here will be herringbone, and then all the pattern will go this way, this area. But personally, I would have probably just stuck with the herringbone all the way through. I think it would look better cosmetically, but I don't quite know what's going on. I just think they want what they want. So I think the customer at this property wanted it to run parallel, but obviously it would have meant the lines running this way for this neighbour here. So yeah, and this neighbour seemed pretty adamant to want this, so this is what they've got. So yeah, it's ended up in a little bit of a faff. So as you can see, Chris is just knocking around this last bit of stone. We've got Dave coming now just to bring us another, well, we need about 3 tonnes to top this up, and we're going to get this stone in here and all this stone up. Then hopefully we're going to try and lay this entire area today, but we're a man down. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. To be fair, if it takes 2 days today, it's not a biggie.
Welcome to the video of the week. Bit of the week. We have a debate. Will this lift 2 semi-grown adults
Semi-grown men.
into the air?
So old hands again. That was popular, that. What was the geek?
There he is, lot. Hiding. There we go, got you up middle.
Oh, go on. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, it's on me off.
Right. I think I can do this and hold it. I know.
Oh. Yeah, that's better. Hand the camera over. Watch the machine though. Can you watch it snap? Yeah, but when it gets to an angle, it'll be a different angle. Oh, I can't do that. Watch it. Come down then. You're watching, you might have to wait on the piston thing. Right, what are you doing? Health and safety. Hey, you know if you have more space, you can spin it round. People pay for this. It's Dave, look. It's Dave.
Okay, so Dave's just arrived. That's our next, well, last 5 ton stone hopefully. So we can we're gonna drop that into here now, and then we're gonna pull it into the sub base, get that all whackered. I can start getting this driveway laid. Thank God. So that's the stone arrived, if you've just seen on the time lapse. I'm just going to get this all knocked about now and in and raked about, whackered. Hopefully the sander will be coming shortly. John A's got about another 5 ton we're going to drop on here and start screening and laying, get this bad boy laid. That's that stone knocked about, look. Oh, it's starting to look like a driveway, thank God. So right, boys, just finishing tinkering with that with the rakes. Get that whacker plate on it, give it a good hiding. And then sand screed lay and laid them bad boys there. What a headache. Mosey! Mosey! John A's just arrived with our sand, but they've come on the forklift or the moffett. It's a bit of a nuisance because the reach isn't as big. So now we're going to have to forklift it and put it just on the edge of the driveway, just over the edgings. I mean, we're going to have to move it all manually. But such is life. When you want a moffett, you can't get one. You don't want one, you get one. As my beautiful assistant folds it. Right, so have you just seen on the time lapse, all the sand has now arrived. So we're absolutely rocking and rolling. So the lads are gonna barrow load it. Unfortunately, because of the moffett, we could only put it here. With the bigger cranes, we could have dropped it up the top, but Chris is gonna load the barrows up. I'm gonna barrow load it all in, rake it all about, whack it, screed it, get this driveway laid, as I keep saying. So, like I say, we've got a good, nice, if we had a real tough day today, I don't think we'll get it done today, but if we had a right good tough day today, we've cracked it. Okay, so we've put a load of sand in, that's all in and raked to roughly, it's probably about 2 inches thick at this point when we rake it. And then we're gonna give it a compact now with the whacker plate. Connor's just gonna go up and down again, get this bit whackered. And then we're gonna have a little bit of break, answer some of your questions, and crack on, Folder. Crack on. Okay, so as you've seen, sand's in whackered. We're just setting up the bars now. Chris was checking all the levels and making sure they're all right to the garage so that when it's screeded across, it leaves the block 10 mil higher. So we're going to flip over to another time lapse. I apologise, there's quite a few on this job, but it's so big that if we didn't time lapse anything, it'd just go on and on. So yeah, we'll flick over to time lapse, we'll get this screeded for you, and then we'll get laying, hopefully. So we're finally laying up. If you can see, there's a string line that runs up from corner to corner. So this part of the driveway is one bond and a herringbone. Then this one's going to be parallel lines up to that line. We're going to cut a border up and in. So it's a bit of a nuisance to load and lay. However, we'll show you how it's done. The only problem with working in a little village off countryside lanes is being stuck behind tractors the entire way here, which you can probably see in the time lapse just before this. It's like every morning now. I'm on the way, excuse me. Every morning I'm on the way and there'll be something like a tractor or some old crappy wagon. Oh, it's a 50-mile-an-hour road. It takes like an hour. Anyway, yeah, we're getting there. We didn't quite get done what we wanted to do yesterday, but I do set high expectations. But we're not far off. Another couple of hours, I think, today, this morning, first thing, we'll get the whole driveway laid, cold laid or dry laid as I call it. And then we can continue the cutting in process, which again, on a job this scale is a few days, but we're on target for Friday. I'm not precious. It runs over a little bit. It runs over. It's the way it goes, I'm afraid. Yeah, things are going well. Got some little kind of pesky little bits we've got to sort out. The customers have decided over the weekend, I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, that they want two opposing bonds. So one bit's herringbone and one bit's parallel. Would have been better all herringbone, in my opinion. That's my personal preference, and to do with the bonds and the overall imagery of it all. But what do I know? Only done it 20 years. So we shall... yeah, just continue with that today and see what else, see what other grenades can be thrown. So this is why we're trying to work. So yeah, we'll crack on. I'll jump out the van in a minute, show you where we're at, and get on with it. Oh yeah, by the way, this is my new little, I bought a little holder thing. So I've got this little, yeah, because I used to hold it before. I'm quite conscious of it all moving around while you guys are watching, making you feel a bit sick. So I've, yeah, bought this little thing. It's quite cool. However, where it is, there's like the steering wheel and then there's the phone. So I've only got like this much, I can only see like this much. If I've got the sun visor down, there's only like this much window to see out of while I'm driving. So I'm gonna have to maybe move it over here somewhere. So we'll try that. So anyway, I shall stop chatting shit and get out this van. So, as you've already seen, this bit we laid to about this line here to the garage. So we laid it doesn't look that big here, it's about 60 meters. So we laid this yesterday, and then the customers changed the bond to run this way from this point. So we've got to drop a border in here to hide the join, which will be today at some point. And we're just going to crack on now with laying this area, screed this area here and get this laid up, which we'd have liked to have done yesterday, but obviously just time permitting. By the time we'd set all this out and chatted with the customers about how they wanted to do it and so on, we just didn't have enough time. But we should be, like I say, hopefully completely laid up today, and this bit's mostly cut in, so nearly getting there. So that's all the sand in, we're just screening it up now. A few little silly levels, so we're just trying to get to grips with it, but another 10-20 minutes and that'll all be in. We'll flick to a little time lapse, get this laid up for you. Shouldn't take long. I've also customers decided they want a single block border or double, who knows, but I'm doing a single because I've got to do something. So I've marked it up off onto that string, which is the line, all the way up. You see that chalk line? I'm going to cut that line back, drop this border in. Well, I might not. I might cut this line back, take the cuts out, overlay this area, mark another cut up, and then drop the border in all the way up. So it ties the two driveways together tidily without this horrible zigzaggy mess. So I just want to get it done thing. I think for the customers it's quite difficult to understand and see how it's going to look until it's actually done. So I want to get that in today so it's aesthetically pleasing and it lowers the anxiety of the job. Okay, so we're just about to cut this line in here. I'm going to run our joining border. So we'll cut this straight, we'll drop our border block in. Well, we'll cut this straight, remove the cuts, run this pattern up to it, mark it again, cut it again, and drop the border in. So this drive will become one drive shortly. We're pretty much laid up. We've got a little bit in this corner here. However, we've only got 2 packs of blocks currently on site and we want to use those. So we're going to lay this top corner up here, get that all laid in, floated, screeded and in. And that allows us to then cut all this job in and finish this driveway. We're going to get this border in, all this nice and tidy. So we might have to do a bit of laying tomorrow and get another pack of blocks here, but it just means we can continue with the job, keep everyone working and get this absolutely massive area finished. Right, okay, so we're just going to set some bars up now and we're going to screed and tie this area back in to this original paving here. The customer's got some paving at the side of the garage, so yeah, I'm going to set up 2 bars now, screed it. It's very difficult because this paving's dropped a little bit here, sank. It's really difficult to tie it back in without to start messing with that, but we'll do the best we can with it. So yeah, that's the plan now, is we'll get this all screeded up and we'll lay these blocks into here, cut this border back in. We've kept the original blocks, so that will all tie back in. And yeah, the end is in sight. I say that like it's a 2-minute job. It's 3-4 more days work, but it's definitely coming together, look. Right, so there you go. It's a bit of a dusty, sandy mess at the minute, but we have cut in this, well, what would you call it? Dividing line? So this is where the 2 patterns meet. So we've put in this line here. Obviously it all needs jet washing and cleaning because it looks horrendous at the minute, as our jobs always do halfway through. But yeah, so you'll see it'll go from a herringbone 45-degree bond here to a sort of parallel bond, or brick bond as we call it here. So it's all in and done. So that's been a bit of a bone of contention, so we just wanted to get it done and out of the way, and I think it'll put the customers' minds at ease as to how it's all going to work, because it's quite hard for them to visualise, although it does look a bit of a sweaty mess at the minute, so it needs cleaning. So just lifting a couple of little odds and sods that have got trampled on. Yeah, we're nearly there. I mean, cutting in tomorrow, cutting the driveway, finishing bits. Tarmac needs to be cut today, Tarmac is coming tomorrow. Yeah, so it should be done and dusted Friday, I hope. All the B&P fans can handle that amount of sexuality, Chris. Probably the sexiest thing I've ever seen.
Who's going to lick it?
No, come on.
It's got a mask on.
No, I'm not licking it.
I know one man who will.
Oh.
He's on the camera.
Oh, I licked his nipple earlier. I can't do it twice.
I ain't licking it.
Are you finished? Have you quite finished?
Yeah, I have now.
Okay, so last week we did a little Q&A. We've had a few questions, a few silly little comments to read out and so on. So we'll crack on with that now. And yeah, I might hand this over to Foldsy, I think, because a couple of them are to do with your boy Foldsy. Out folds there. I've had one here. It's not even a Q&A. It's not even a question, mate. It's just a statement. It says it's all about folds there. And then in capitals it says folds there.
It is all about me, to be fair.
And that's from Lithium.
Yeah, thank you very much.
He obviously knows the crack. Folds is the man damn sugar.
He does, he knows.
There's one here from Mad Hatter, and it says, how many girlfriends has Foldsy got?
Currently 2.
Officially or unofficially?
I got a main thing and then a side thing.
You got a side thing? Did your main thing know about your side thing?
She does now on this video.
I'm telling you now, the amount of trouble you've just got yourself in getting the big licks on this camera.
No, it's funny though.
Apologise to her now.
Never.
To your good lady.
No.
Apologise.
Can't apologise.
I'll apologise for it. I apologise. He's bang out of order. What's her name again? Hannah? Oh, that's a side thing.
Shit, man. Don't drop a name in it. Jesus.
We've got some sensible questions here, Chris. The sensible.
Let me sit down and fall asleep.
The sensible. What has been your most profitable job up to date? None of them.
We did a 20 square metre job for an old lady and we ripped her off and we got £20,000 profit.
21, wasn't it?
21.
21,000 we charged. For about
brushing the sand in.
About 5 square metres. No, honestly, I don't know. We don't kind of work like that. You get a couple of £100 here and there extra on a job sometimes, but we basically work it out, materials plus labour and whatever it works on at a day rate. So we don't charge exceptionally.
Job. That's what we...
What's the most expensive job? The most expensive job we ever did would probably be that patio work. Remember that Farmers? Yeah, Farnsfield way. We did a big patio, a big gravel driveway. 40 grand or something like that. So there's a lot of people from all around the country who ask us questions like this, but the thing is, it's relevant to where you live. So you can only charge dependent on the area and the incomes and so on. Like if you work in London, obviously, you can charge more, you get bigger jobs, you're doing more porcelain, swimming pools. We don't have all that, so we just get to do beautiful little bread and butter jobs, don't we?
We do.
There you go. Next one, what's the furthest distance you'll travel to a job? Well, for Chris,
20 minutes.
About 20 minutes, yeah. So yeah, we're lucky where we are because we're sort of city centre Nottingham. We can pretty much get all around Nottingham in 30 minutes.
Over an hour.
I'd say 45 minutes travel, really.
45 minutes max.
Yeah, 45 minutes probably.
45 minutes to an hour with traffic.
When are you upgrading your vans? Well, when a kind subscriber offers to buy us a couple. We haven't got the money to buy them. And to be fair, they're still going, they're well maintained, and we just, until they die probably, we'll just keep them to the death, right?
Abused, the lads chuck stuff in, they spill stuff in, they smash them. He was kicking it the other day
yeah.
on his motorbike. So
also worth pointing out, like other tradesmen, you see some tradesmen like Sparkies and Joiners, and they've got a little tray of nuts and bolts in the back and a little Makita drill. Ours I'll show you in the back you've seen in the back of our vans, they get hammered. You put a bag of cement in, it falls over, cement all over the back. It's not worth having great big expensive vans, they just get nailed. So that's the answer to that one, I think. Someone's asked us a question here, Folder, Ryan.
Come on, get in,
says,
boys.
who would win a fight between the four of you? Well, the simple answer to that is, there's a man who works for us who has no name and no face. And he...
The Stig.
The Stig, we like to call him. And
no, we call him the Stink.
The Sting, right? But rumour is it that he's actually invincible.
Black belt, isn't it?
He's a black belt in Taekwondo.
In origami.
In origami. Honest to God, he's invincible. He'll fight any man. He's not bothered. He's the angriest, littlest man we've ever known. So none of it. The answer to that question is the man who can't be named is probably pound for pound. Bear in mind he's 8 stone wet through, and that's on a wet day.
Do you want to come and get in?
Do you want to come and get it? Oh, his middle finger in. He's being mean.
Put your motorbike helmet on, Stink.
Put your Stig out. Stink. Put your Stink helmet on. Anyway, yeah, so that's the answer to that one. Is definitely the Stink. Touched on this earlier. Anything planned for 10,000 subs? Yeah, we're coming up to 10,000 subscribers now. So we're in talks with D&J and Hooters of Nottingham. In fact, I emailed them this morning and we're thinking about doing an all-you-can-eat chicken wing challenge. Who do you think's got it? I'm saying me.
In the bag, that's it.
It's definitely between me and Dave. I reckon Bert's. I reckon Ryan's got a bit in him. Chris is he's a woman when it comes to eating. He can do about 20 wings, he reckons. What are you saying?
I reckon.
I
reckon do 8, yeah.
What are you saying, boss man? Nah, Connell can make 50 chicken wings in 10 minutes, being a boss man from a kebab house. Being a boss man from a kebab house. Did you know this man here carries garlic mayonnaise around in his pocket?
I reckon I can do 30, 40, but not more than that.
I'm saying easily. I'm comfortably saying I can do over 100.
I can eat it.
Easily over 100 chicken wings.
You eat anything 10 plus at Hooters, you ain't.
Don't
next
slap
day.
Well, I dare say if you ate 100 chicken wings, you're going to get the squits anyway. It's not exactly good for you.
Worse than that.
There you go. So there's the answer to that one. Yeah, so that's the plan for 10,000. Obviously, we thank you all for subscribing and so on and so forth.
Oh, I know what we'd like. For 10,000 subscribers, we'd like each subscriber to send us £1.
Yeah, every subscriber sends us £1, and then that solves the van problem.
We've got, yeah.
Send us £2 and we solve the van
£2.
problem.
What is that? £2? It's nothing.
There you go.
To this feeble charity.
There you go. Sensible one. It says, how long have you been going as a business? I think it's about 15 years now, unbelievably. 15 years-ish we've been going as a business, but we've both been doing it for years and years. How long have the lads worked for you? Connell, how long have you worked here now? Since you got out of jail, wasn't it? Yeah. For that thing you did in that playground.
6, 7 years now.
About what?
6 or 7 years, I think.
Longer than that.
He didn't have grey hair when he
didn't have grey hair when he started here.
No,
Let's have a little look.
That's
Fresh, bro.
Like a grey hair on top.
How old are you? You've been from 16, haven't you?
Yeah, 16, 17.
He was a child when we got him. We've turned him into man.
Well, he's a man-child now.
He is a big man-child now. Yeah, you are the ultimate man-child.
Hey, that's why I employ you, because I like men and I like children.
Oh dear. Anyway, on that note, we'll crack on and we'll answer some more as they come in. Laters. Good morning, everybody. It is, I don't know. It's Wednesday morning and the magic is starting to happen. There is a driveway. It needs finishing. I've just got here. It's 7:30. The Tarmacers are just pulling up now, so I look like a weirdo talking to myself. So I shall flip over to that. Right, so yesterday Ryan cut all this strip out here around Tarmac. We re-level it back in just to make the edgings look tidy, really. We're not allowed to do the whole pavement. And plus the cost is vast on this tarmacking. So as you can see, we've reduced it about 1 inch to the edging and put some fresh tarmac in it now. Get that in. That's great that that's happening today because it just means when the driveway is complete, it's suitable to drive on straight away. So yeah, looking forward to that. Things are getting there. Definitely completed for Friday, 100%. It should be nearly cut in today, you know. Like, look, got to finish a bit of paving over here. Borders in front of the garage. We didn't do them yesterday afternoon because when we put them in, we need to whacker it at the same time because it's 10 mil higher and it stops the garage closing. So yeah, we're going to do those today. Step to go in, end of the path to finish. Getting there, looking good. Absolutely buzzing this morning. Just had a little parcel arrive in the post from our good mate Mark with some new merch. So we'll show you that now, see what you guys think. I'm going to go over to my little beautiful assistant to show you these new jumpers. Check these out, guys. The new B&P paving jumpers. We're having a little chat about, we don't know, you'll have to let us know in the comments whether you'd be interested in actually buying these as merch. But I will say, got a nice embroidered logo on the front. Got the Logo Me Up logo. That's my mate's company, Mark, who's been doing our stuff for years. And on the back, we've got watch us on YouTube, B&P Paving Nottingham, B&P Paving. And I will say, these jumpers do last forever. I mean, this one here, this is Connell's.
About 1.5 years old.
But it's 1.5 years, 2 years old. And they do, I mean, obviously you've got to remember, you guys would be wearing these just domestically if you bought them. These are like used daily and they're used for labouring and mixing and everything. And this is 2 years old and it's got all the logo on it. So the, I mean, these get washed probably every other day. So they're, like you say, they're really good quality jumpers. So what we'll do is, I'll pop the site address in the comment or the description of the video. So yeah, if you go over to Mark's page and just say B&P sent you if you want any work stuff. I mean, a lot of you guys are tradesmen. Honestly, the quality, and it's all, you know, it's all delivered. You can get them delivered. I will point out as well, this isn't a paid promotion. Mark's a friend of mine. It's his company. So these are, you know, this is a normal stuff we buy. I think I've showed you in another video when we bought some. So yeah, definitely worth having, and the quality is second to none. Would you agree, Christopher?
I would.
There you go.
What you can do in them.
There you go, lot. What we can do, lot. Star jumps.
No rips.
No rips.
Getting all limber. There you go. So, go click on the link, have a look at his stuff. Right, so, just finished laying this top corner now. Running the border in, a couple more bricks to go there. I'm going to cut around this bay window. And realistically, once there's a few little cuts here, look, but this section of the driveway will be complete. Concrete it all in, put some nice topsoil in here. It'll be absolutely lovely. Just finished laying up the end of the path. It's one of those things, you know, we left like a weird little slab of concrete here, the path came to here. and we left it in. It's one of the things like, oh, we'll do it later, and then it just becomes a bit of a nuisance because you wish you'd done it on the day, but we just didn't have time to. By the time the grab was here, it wasn't took out and so on. So, but we're just putting it in bags over here, look, ready to go. So Connor's just going to mark the path up now, ready to cut. Get this bit of path cut in, I'm ready to start all the concrete in.
Righty ho then, people, we're cracking on. Weather's been nice today, although a bit black over Bill's mothers, and backing up's in. So we've got the backing up in. It's going in nice and solid, all the way in over there. Everywhere's completely messy at the minute, so it's really dusty. Gonna have to get in and start jet washing soon. Verts is over there, backing up. I'm going to show you him in a little minute. Got this step in here, so steps going in. Well, it's gone in. Just clean that off. We've got to get in and clean all that off and get in and cut all that in. That's got to be done tomorrow, because I think we're going to have to lower that a little bit. So the garage doors won't open, basically. So we're going to have to lower that, then whacker it, lower it, cut it, whacker it, and then they'll drop. Because if we put it in today and cut it and we don't whacker it, it's going to catch, because there's about 5 mil of clearance. So get in and get that done. Have a little wander over here and see me old potato, me old mate, me old pal. He's getting the backing up, going in up there. Got to cut these halves in. Don't know where Connell is. He's disappeared. Where is he? He doesn't know, so he's on the phone somewhere. Ooh, wonder what could be going on. Let's go and have a little look. What's he up to? Let's sneak up on him. Where is he? Is he around here? No, he's not around here. Where he's gone? He's vanished, people. Either he's been abducted by aliens or... Oh, he's pointing. No, he's not been abducted by aliens. He's gone for a little wander somewhere. Let's go and spy on him, see what he's up to. What's he playing at here? This looks a bit suspicious, doesn't it? Ooh. Look at him, he's kicking fence. Oh, it looks serious. Oh, it's looking serious, people. He does not look happy. I'll bring you back after a short interval. We'll see what it was about. Oh, it's going to be some gossip, I think. Right, we're about done for today. Cleaned everywhere up. All the sides backed up. There was no gossip from the phone call. He was just sorting his car out. Pretty boring. So, no goss. All that's cleaned off. We'll need a final jet wash. Got a bit of work to do in there. I've got to get in there tomorrow and drop that side down. For some reason, when the lads have screeded it, it runs down too much, so that corner's going to have to be taken out, lowered, so it's all level. Sometimes shit happens, as they say, but as long as you know you've done a mistake and you take it out and fix it, it's no problem. It's not a biggie. It's not a big mistake at all. Other than that, everything else is looking good. We're going to crack on tomorrow, and well, I should be near enough finished tomorrow, to be fair. Get them cuts in there, finish that little cut in the corner, cut that, do the halves, and a good old clear up out here. Lower that corner down. As you can see, whose mistake was it? Boy? Who screeded it? It's one of them people. He don't know, he won't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. But we fix you tomorrow. Over and out. Say bye.
See ya.
In a bitch.
Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday morning, 7:30, and we are slowly getting there. So yesterday, as you may well have seen, we have near completed cutting in. The driveway's all laid up, and we've done all the concrete in, which gives it a couple of days to set. So today, what we're going to do is cut in the threshold for the garages. Now, it's quite difficult because when you set block paving and you first lay it, You normally lay it like 10 mil higher than the level it's going to finish at, because when you compact it at the final stage, it goes down 10 mil. However, with fold down garage doors, when you set the paving, when you just dry lay it, as I call it, when you shut the door, you'll find it will catch and the doors won't close. So realistically, you need to cut in the garage thresholds and whacker plate it the same day to allow for the garage doors to close. Otherwise, you'll lift the garage door up, cut all the block paving in, go to shut the door when you finish it at the end of the day, and you can't shut the door, as we found time and time again. So that is the plan this morning. So shortly, when the lads arrive, we're going to hop out the van, or I'm going to hop out the van, and we're going to get cracking with that. And we've got a good slog today, to be honest. We want to be done here tomorrow. I'm not in tomorrow because I'm at university, and Chris is not in today, as his wife Sarah went into labour last night. So they're going to have a little girl, which could be born now or any minute, not sure. So I think you guys, if you could, stick them a congratulations, Chris and Sarah, in the comments. So that's another B&P baby on the team, potential block paver, born and bred. I doubt they will. I doubt she will be. But yeah, so give them a congrats in the comments. Wish them well. I'm sure they both appreciate it. I know Chris does read all the comments, so he's now off work. I'm not sure if he's going to be in tomorrow. Who knows what's going to happen. So it's going to be up to Ryan and Connell to get finished up maybe tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. So anyway, that being said, I shall stop snoring you to death. We'll hop out this van in a minute. I've got my little cheeky coffee here, and we'll get cracking. Also, like to point out, I know I'm looking pretty cool this morning. I found this at home. It's a little hat I got for Christmas off Paving Stones Direct. My mate AJ over at Paving Stones Direct in Worksop. So yeah, shout out AJ. Absolute. I think the nationwide. Don't quote me. It might just be Midlands, but they are your top suppliers for Indian sandstone and porcelain, any landscaping products realistically. Not sure if they do block paving. I don't think they do, but they do natural stone products and porcelain. So yeah, again, I'll stick their website in the comments. So if any of you guys out there, obviously we can't come and do jobs for you nationally, it just wouldn't be plausible, but these guys can deliver your products. They'll give you the best rate. If you mention our name, B&P Paving, you'll get the best rates. It'll look after you. You know, shipments normally within a few days to your house. So yeah, take a look. Again, I'll stick it in the comments. Definitely worth having a look at, because we want to save you guys money. And you know, help you out where we can. You return the favor for the likes and comments, which you will all obviously be doing on this video. Hit the like button. Okay, so these are the two mouths of the garage, and what we're doing is we're just lowering this sand here, so it leaves us a little 10 mil, so it will leave the block 10 mil above, if you get, I don't know if you can see. And then when we sort of lay it up and cut it in and whacker it, it will reduce 10 mil, meaning the garage door should then shut down quite comfortably. So that's first job of the day. Okay, so that is it all floated to the correct level. We're just setting blocks out now, and we'll set levels up like this. Mark it with chalk and put it with the diamond blade, and we can drop our borders in here around the pillars, around the garage. That's what Conrad's just doing now, look. So he's my beautiful assistant.
That's it, mate. Face of the company.
Face of the company. The life and soul of the business.
That's it.
The cheat. Alleged.
No hard evidence.
Crying, joking about that kind of thing. You'd be crying Monday when she's dumped you.
Nah, she'll never dump me.
She needs you, don't she, bro? Like we do.
Exactly.
Who could actually live without you?
No one can.
No one can.
Everyone who's ever lost me in their life or killed themselves.
Can't live with him, can't live without him. He's like constipation. We put a new doorstep in yesterday, so Ryan's just trimming down the concrete on it. And then we're going to refloat this area here, get this corn laid up, so obviously we can cut in and run these boards into here. Yeah, so today hopefully it's going to start. Well, I'd like to get this, at least this half of the job finished and wackered, so, and compacted, so all this will be done to this corner. Obviously this is the dividing line of the two driveways, so the plan is to get all this sanded and wackered today, so this is complete. And obviously we'll go for gold. We'll obviously try and complete this, but I don't know how viable that actually is. I mean, wackering wise, there's probably 3 hours wackering on here, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. This is all laid up now, so we're just going to mark this border along here and connect it to this one, and then when it's all chalked out, we'll cut this now with a diamond blade and we'll get them borders dropped in, show you guys how it's done, and then that garage threshold will be done. We'll check, see if the door's then shut. We might be lucky if they close pre-whacker, but if not, then once the blocks are in, we'll compact it a little bit and it'll allow for the garage doors to close. We've got all the dust suppression set up, connected to a hose pipe. I'm going to cut in front of the garage. Reason for having it connected to the hose pipe is obviously it's the person's garage and there's no way of shutting the door, so it's going to blast everything with dust if not. So other than that, we don't like to use it. I know this comes with a bit of controversy, but we'll show you why afterwards, which is basically once it cuts, all this, it just creates like a silt, a mixture of the block dust and this water, and it just runs on everything, so the whole driveway ends up ditched. I mean, we don't have a choice here. So when we get a load of carry on about why we don't use it, that's really why, that we finish jobs and it's just a massive clean-up operation trying to get all the slurry off. Like I say, I get it for site work, I understand it for all these other reasons, but you know, on the roads, obviously, if you're a road gang or you're a commercial worker, but on a domestic site, it's just a nightmare. Exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know if you can see, but you just end up with filth it's like a slurry, and it just goes on everything. And bear in mind, this is your brand new driveway. It's absolutely grotesque, and it makes it harder to cut. It cools the blade down when you cut it. So I mean, look at this now. It's just a nightmare to work with. So people ask us, I get what people are saying, I get the rules, I get all this carry on, but it's just problematic, you know what I mean? So I know people in the comment, you got these, you know, I get on building sites, it's, you know, it's enforced and all this carry on, but it's just, the reality of it is anyone who's done this job knows what they're on about. It's a nightmare. Whereas if you cut dry, yes, it's dusty, and so on and so forth, but you can just leaf blower it off, or you can just sort of give a quick rinse and it's gone. You know, this is now a problem that we've got to jet wash the whole thing off to be able to do what we need to do. So in response to any of the questions we get about this is why we try not to, well, we do where we can, but it's a nightmare. Finally, we're about done. If you can see all the cuts that we've dropped in, tied it back into the original customer's driveway. We've cut this front border in now, but we're just about to cut, just a couple of little slivers need to go in too, and then we're going to cut these granite ones and drop them in under the garage threshold. So yeah, we're getting there. So I've begun washing all this down now. This slurry, again, I just want to highlight the difficulty in getting it off. So not only is it really difficult to get off and the mess it makes, but then, I mean, today we're blessed that the temperature's quite warm and we can obviously, it will dry out in an hour or so. However, in the winter months, we get the slurry all over, we then have to wash it all down, and then the temperature never goes above 10 degrees. And if you're in a shaded area or whatever, it never dries out. So then the problem you've got, or it freezes overnight or whatever, so then your problem you've got is you just can't complete your work. You can't complete your job. So again, I get what's said, but the practicality of it, when people go on about it, what my argument is you obviously don't do it for a living. So you kind of sound quite ignorant, because it's like, you'll go on and about like dust suppressant, blah, 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 and I get it all. But the reality of doing what I do for a living is it's not sometimes going to be practical. Like, you can't do it. It's going to take days and days to, you know, in the winter, it's going to take days to dry out. It's going to be a complete nightmare. And then you're not getting paid, it's eating into your profits, which aren't a lot at the minute anyway because of all this carry on and people budgeting and so on. So yeah, but anyway, we'll flip over to time lapse, we'll get it all cleaned down. God bless today, it's a nice hot sunny day finally, so we'll yeah, we'll get on with that. Finally, we're all cut in. We've just washed it down. It's pretty dry now, this section or this area. So luckily the weather's lovely today. So we're gonna give it a sand up and a whack now. And yeah, get this bastard completed. It's soul destroying, it's massive. It's driving me mad. I mean, you think probably handballed 20 ton of block pavers, it's crazy. So I've whacked it a couple of times over, and I've left it dry and it kicks a lot more of the dust off. So a lot of the dust on this side job's gone, so now I'm going to sand it up and then I'll continue to whack her. Like I say, we give it about 8 to 10 going over until the blocks start cracking. Once it's low enough, they start cracking. You can tell when they're low enough anyway because the plate compactor starts to bounce on the ground when it solidifies. So, but it's a good old slog, but it's a good hour or so. Okay, so we're finally getting there. This side of the driveway is complete. We're kind of complete to where that tripod is, about here. We just haven't had a chance to whack her and sand this area yet. Come across a bit of a problem. Like I said, these garage doors are a nightmare. So we put all the blocks in, whacked it all, and realised they were about 5 mil too high. So we had to lift them all back out and change them. So it's been a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, it's getting there. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. A few little snaggy bits, good clean down, so on and so forth. But like you say, it's a big area. I'm absolutely filthy, covered in dust, sand, ugh, gross. But yeah, it's coming together nicely. Like you say, it's a big old driveway. That's not even the wide angle lens, it's huge. I think you get 10 cars in it, won't you? Won't you fold there? My pal. Look at him now, he's looking like boss man from Takeaway. What's happening? Chicken challenge.
If Nike want to sponsor me, I'm wearing your stuff.
Yeah, listen, Nike, if you want to sponsor Connell, he's wearing your stuff. And also, any garlic mayo companies, he carries it in his little bum bag everywhere he goes. Anyway, God, I'm tired. Not used to doing full days, am I, boys?
From the last time you done one.
Huh?
From the last time you done one.
Last time I done a full day? Round at your mother's gaff. Hey, whoa, what are you going to say? No, you got notes to say, because you know I'm your dad. What's that?
When you did that, you look like
Yeah. What can I say? Your mother works wonders. She's quick. A little bit of proof there. Just a little bit of proof there that it doesn't matter how old you are and what kind of a man you are, you're never too much of a man for a mother joke. You've always got, anyone can always find time to belittle another man's mother. So if Connell's mum's watching, I just want to say, I was only joking. I think you're a fantastic, honest woman, and I will never genuinely say anything bad about you. I think you're a fantastic lady from what Connell said. And yeah, we all speak very highly of you.
Episode 3,000,006 completed. We don't know what we're on, but we're on something. Job's done. We're off now for the weekend. Look at that, smashed it in. It's a huge one. It's only me and Con.
The lads are gone.
Those two are up there talking to the neighbour about a load of crap. Bert doesn't want to be on video for some reason. I think he's a bit weight conscious, but we won't go there. So, this will go out Sunday. So we'll see you on Sunday. Have a great Sunday. The rest of your Sunday.
On to the next.
On to the next one. We'll see you on the next one, folks. And we're DJ's come. We're all clean. We're all ready to go. Johnny's are picking those little bits up on the way. And yeah, have a fantastic Sunday. Catch you on the next one. Toodaloo. Bye.